Stop it. Pause.
Hey YouTube, I'm Jay.
And I'm Em.
And you're watching Em and Jay. Please like, comment, subscribe down below, and most of all, hit the noti bell to see more of our content.
Today we wanted to cover a fun subject of how we met. I think a lot of times with adoption, it can be kind of difficult. We've covered a lot of hard topics for sure, so we wanted to break it up with some positive. Like, who are we and how do we meet? I think, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
if you haven't seen, our setting has changed. Let us know how you feel about our new makeshift studio. We're going to continue to add more and more to the show to make it more professional and just more inviting for you guys. So just let us know down in the comments below how you think our new set is.
Yeah, who wants to go first?
You.
Who wants to go first? I'll go first. So where to begin? I feel like I met you officially at a Bible camp that your adoptive father was directing at the time.
Yes.
And it was, I remember meeting you, but I just was kind of like, oh, okay, cool. Because I had a crush on another guy that was there at the time. So it's safe to say it was not love at first sight, for sure. No, it wasn't like, who is this guy? I mean, I thought you were attractive. And then a year later, our mutual friend, I was talking with her, I remember, and I was like, yeah, 11th grade. Looking back, I'm like, this is really cringy. I think there's going to be a lot of cringy moments in this. There already has been. So just buckle up, everyone. If you've made it this far,
enjoy the ride.
Congrats. You're a true fan. So 11th grade, I remember saying, oh yeah, like I'm waiting to see or meet this, really cute, dark-skinned man. And our friend, our friend had said, oh, I met this guy at, Bible camp when I was there. I can just give you his snap. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. So I started Snapchatting you, and then what else happened? I'm trying to think what else.
Started Snapchatting me, and then some hard trials that we went through.
Yeah.
And I was there for her through it, and then we met. I think about 6 months after we've been talking on Snapchat, we actually met each other for the first time.
Or re-met, I should say. The first memorable time of us.
The first time we both liked each other.
Yeah.
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 It's at the same Bible camp. You guys, just as you hear our story, this Bible camp is very involved with it.
Definitely.
So we first met at the Bible camp. It was super awkward. I don't think I actually even talked to her.
No, you didn't.
What it was an overnight winter bash. So we were there for 24 hours.
New Year's Eve. Yeah.
So we were there for 24 hours, and we stayed up the whole night and did different activities. So I didn't talk to her all night until that morning, I think around like 4:30, 5 o'clock.
And I was just like hanging by a thread. Like I was like, oh, I just can't wait to talk to him. And looking back, I'm like, ladies, if a man ever makes you wait all night to talk. No, but it was like,
you gotta keep the suspense up.
Yeah, you definitely kept the suspense for sure.
So fast forward, we met a few more times at camp, on and off, liking different people throughout the time. And then I moved up for...
Kind of always still liking each other when we'd see each other. It was kind of like we picked up where we left off, but then it was like, oh, okay, bye, see you in 6 months or whatever, a year. Yeah. And then you moved up.
I moved up for school. And then that's when I was like at her house like every day.
Yeah, I did not think that was going to happen. And I did not think my adoptive parents were going to let that happen either. Like, at all.
So I kind of just slid right into the normal life I had up here.
Yeah.
I was like a second son to him. 6 months after I moved up, we started dating.
Yeah.
Or was it 7 months? No, 6 months.
Yeah, it was 6 months.
We started dating after 6 months. And then from there, it was just kind of history. We started dating, in January, and of course there was drama around that where she was gone a lot. So she went to Arizona.
Oh yeah.
For like 2 weeks or whatever, and then she came back, and then she left again for North Carolina.
Yeah, I like flew in Saturday night, and then we left Sunday morning to go to North Carolina, my parents and I, and so
of course it's like the actual time I wanted to ask her out, and she's gone for like a whole.
I mean, you had 6 months to begin with, but who's counting?
Anyways, so she went there and she saw this muscular black dude there, and she's like, ooh la la type deal.
Whatever.
And I'm up here just waiting for her to come back, and her parents actually have my back down there.
That's true.
And they're like, what about Jelani back at home? And so we went back down to my parents' house where I asked her out on a walk.
Yeah.
She said yes.
Same. No. Like 5 minutes away from the Bible camp.
Yeah.
So again, that's going to be the theme still, which was really special. I loved that a lot. It was cute because everyone knew, and he has a lot of siblings, so kind of everyone knew, and I was the only one completely in the dark, just not knowing like what was going to happen. So you had kind of planned that it was going to be on a walk or something, so everyone in the house was like, let's go for a walk, let's go for a walk. And I'm like, why? Like, why are we so adamant about this walk? Like, what's going on? And then it happened, so.
Yep, so we dated for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
And then I asked her to be my wife. Asked to marry.
Yeah.
Yeah, however you say that.
Wife.
Asked her to marry me, and she said yes. And that we got engaged at the Bible camp when we first met.
I loved that. I felt like it was really stressful for you, though. I had no idea.
It wasn't that bad.
It was not.
Obviously, like the funds were short, so I couldn't get the actual ring for her. So I got her a temporary ring.
Oh yeah. And then the one was getting resized. Like my actual ring was getting resized. It was crazy. And then, like, you wanted pictures taken, so trying to find. So our mutual friend, again, I hope she watches this, because she'll be like, yeah, that was me. She ended up driving like 2 hours.
No, it was 1 hour and 40.
Or an hour and 40, so basically to take pictures secretly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got engaged, and
Yeah.
Then we got married during COVID.
Yeah, May 2020.
So we got engaged in November, and we were getting married in May, and
everything was
by
booked.
mid-December, everything was booked.
Yeah.
Everything was planned.
I would even say, so we got engaged beginning of November. I would say, like by the end of November, like our venue, everything, like photographer, everything was like booked, solid, like we were ready.
We didn't want a super stressful engagement, so we got all of it done right off the bat so we can enjoy the rest of our engagement.
The joke was
but
on
then
us.
Everything blew up because that March, that's when COVID hit 2020. And so we had to just refigure everything out. We invited like 380 people, so then we had to cut this list in half.
Oh no, like 30. We ended up with 30. So what, like a 16th?
Yeah, it was crazy. So our actual wedding day, we had it in her parents' my in-laws' backyard.
Yeah.
And there was only like 30 people there. The closest friends, closest family members were there, and it was a very sweet.
Honestly, we loved it. Like I think we really both. It was just us. I think looking back, it would have been fun, to celebrate with 300 and some people, but it was like. It was just us. I don't know. Like we got to host it. We still had that feel, but it was so intimate and nice and.
Yeah, and so.
Yeah.
Fasting forward in September, where we actually had our ceremony in May, and then our reception was in September, and so then there's only like 120, 130 people that actually went there, but that was still. This is when COVID kind of lifted up, so it was okay to hang out with people again, and then it kind of closed down again that December.
Yeah, we like got right in at the perfect time.
Yeah, and then we had, I had this whole thing planned out. We were flying first class to Cancun right after our wedding.
Gosh, yeah.
That got canceled because of COVID, and then we just ended up going down to her parents' house in Florida, which is still a great time.
It was great, yeah.
And then a year later, 2 years later, we kind of redid it because everything was closed down there. And
Yeah,
it just
that's
wasn't,
right.
It wasn't
Yeah.
as intriguing as we wanted it to be. So then 2 years later, we redid it,
Yeah.
and it was just an awesome time.
Yeah, we redid basically. I feel like, yeah, we redid our honeymoon. I swear we've had like 2 or 3 honeymoons at this point. But that's what happens when you don't have kids, I guess. So that happened, and then what I loved is my biological mom and sister were able to come to my reception because they were supposed to come to the wedding. So that was really fun to see them, things like that. And then I think too, what I love most about our relationship is we are both adopted. Kind of tying it into why we're talking about this is it's nice to have firsthand support going through this. I'm not saying like, oh, every adopted kid needs to marry another adopted kid. No, by all means. But I know with you, it's just easier to talk about things that you kind of already understand.
Well, we experienced some of the same emotions, but have very, very different stories.
Yes,
night
very.
And day different stories.
Definitely.
And so, if you can watch that video. I think it's one of our first videos that we posted was about our life story, our adoption story. You can go and watch that after this video, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh no. Okay, stop it. Pause. Some days you got it and some days you don't. We do not have it today.
So we had a malfunction on our set, and
it's like a ticking time bomb.
we're gonna hurry up and finish this video so it doesn't happen again.
Yes.
So thank you for tuning in, staying with us, and watching the video. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. And if you have any questions, just any funny comments, just please put it down in the comments. It helps us a lot. Please leave a like, helps us a lot. And like I said before, please go watch our adoption story if you're interested in that.
Yeah, thank you. Stay safe.